Hello friends, this is Ravi from Universal Public School, Aurad Shahjani. In previous session, we have discussed about different types of adverb clause. Friends, as I had already told you, there are three types of subordinate clause. Subordinate clause which is dependent on main clause. So that subordinate clause, it is divided into three types. First one, that is adverb clause, second adjective clause, and third one noun clause. So out of these three types of subordinate clause, we have completed adverb clause along with its 9 different types. So 9 types of adverb clause. Let me revise one more time. Adverb clause of time, adverb clause of place, adverb clause of reason, adverb clause of purpose, adverb clause of result, adverb clause of condition, adverb clause of manner, adverb clause of comparison, and adverb clause of concession. These 9 types we discussed. In that session, we have studied how to identify these particular types of adverb clause according to the words which introduce such kind of adverb clauses. It is very easy to identify whether the sentence means whether the subordinate clause, whether the type of that adverb clause is time, place, reason, result, comparison. That is very easy, but just subordinating conjunctions, you have to focus on the subordinating conjunctions. So in today's session, we will start with adjective clause. So first we will discuss what is adjective clause. An adjective clause, an adjective clause, an adjective clause is a group of words, which contains a subject and predicate, a subject and predicate, a subject and predicate of its own, and does the work of an adjective. Friends, the definition of adjective clause I have written there. An adjective clause is a group of words which contains a subject and predicate of its own and does the work of an adjective. So those subject and predicates which are mentioned in that particular sentence, they will perform role of an adjective. So before starting that adjective clause, we should revise the definition of an adjective. Adjective gives more information about noun or pronoun, or else in some books definition of adjective is given that adjective tells more about subject, or else adjective describes that doer of the action. Doer of the action means what? Subject, and subject can be noun or pronoun. So describing the word which describes adjective, that noun or pronoun, that is called adjective. So it's very simple, and that adjective clause, it is playing role of an adjective. For example, the watch which has a golden chain is mine. So here the watch which has a golden chain is mine. If we ask question to this particular sentence, which watch, then answer will be a watch which has golden chain. Getting? The group of words which has golden chain describes the watch. Listen it carefully. The group of words which has golden chain, this is the group of words, and these words are describing a particular subject or a noun, that is watch. So they are doing work of an adjective. But since it contains a subject and predicate of its own, that's why it is called an adjective clause. We will have some more examples of adjective clause. So here I am giving some examples. This is the girl, first one. This is the girl who talked to me yesterday. So in this sentence, who talked me yesterday, this is our adjective clause, and these words, they are describing noun, that is girl. They are giving more information about girl. Then this is the girl, this is main clause, and adjective clause, subordinate clause, who talked to me yesterday. This is our adjective clause. It's very simple. One more example I will give you. The village where I lived is over there. So where I lived is over there. This group of word is describing village. So you must be getting an idea about like how the adjective clause sentences to identify. See, in first example, this is the girl who talked, the village where I lived. Focus on the examples. Let me give one more example. I have lost the book. Which you gave me. In this sentence, I have lost the book. This is our main clause, and then which you gave me, this is our adjective clause. These words, which you gave me, they are describing the word, that is the book, isn't it? One more example, let me give you. So most of the time, those WH words like whose, who, which, where, such kind of words are used to introduce adjective clause. Sometimes it is introduced by that also. We will have one example of that. She gave me everything. That I asked for. So in this sentence, that I asked for, this is our adjective clause, and she gave me everything. This is our main clause. So such kind of examples also we can find out. One more example I will give you of that. All the blessings that we enjoy come from God. So in this sentence, all the blessings that we enjoy come from God. These words are describing blessings. Blessings is noun here. Getting one more example, let me give you. The fox saw the grapes. Which hung over the garden wall. Such kind of examples are used to introduce adjective clause. This is very simple, friend. Getting adjective clause, how to identify that adjective clause? It will describe any noun or pronoun or else doer of that particular action. Getting so such kind of words are used to introduce adjective clause. First go observe that sentence and find out the noun, and immediately after that noun there will be such kind of words. So between that noun and that connecting word, that is called conjunction. So between that conjunction and noun which is described, there will not be anything. For example, here blessings and that, but in between that nothing is there. Blessings, immediately after that noun adjective clause starts. In previous examples, like this is the girl who talked to me. Then the who and girl we can identify likewise. After that noun which is mentioned in the main clause, listen how to identify adjective clause. The noun which is described and the noun is mentioned in the main clause. So after that noun there will be conjunction. Immediately after that noun there will be conjunction like which, who, whose or else that. In this way we can easily identify adjective clause. Getting? So next type of clause we will discuss. Next type of clause is noun clause. So noun clause, how to identify what is noun clause? Noun clause is a group of words. Which contains a subject and predicate of its own, and does the work of a noun. So how to define this noun clause? As I have written on the board, noun clause is a group of words which contains a subject and predicate of its own, and that subject and predicate or else that group of words does the work of a noun. So noun, we know very well, noun means what? A name of person, place, animal, thing. Noun plays role of subject. Sometimes noun play plays role of an object, sometimes noun plays role of an complement to the verb. So these kind of things matters a lot while identifying noun clause. One more trick is there to identify noun clause. If we ask WH question with what, if we ask question with the help of what, then we get answer that is noun. Because whenever a question is asked of what, then we get information about that subject or else object. For example, what do you learn? What do you learn? Then simply I will get answer like I learn English, I learn mathematics. So English, mathematics, or else I learn science. Science, objects, I am getting noun only. I am getting information about noun, and my question is with the help of what. One more time, like what are you teaching? I am teaching English. So such kind of this is the trick to identify noun clause also. So we'll have one example. Example is I hope that I shall get the amount. I hope that I shall get the amount. So as far as this example is concerned, so that I shall get the amount. Getting, this is our noun clause, and I hope that is our main clause. The group of words that I shall get the amount. The group of words that I shall get the amount contains a subject and predicate of its own. Here subject is also there and remaining part is a predicate. So the subject is available also, predicate is available also, and the group of word is that I shall get the amount contains a subject and predicate of its own, and it is therefore a clause. So that's why it is a clause. This clause is the object of verb hope. What I told, this clause is object of verb hope. This is playing role of an object. As I told you, noun, it may be subject, it may be object, or else it may be complement also. So does the work of a noun. So that's why it is a playing role of noun. Therefore it is called a noun clause. That's why it is called a noun clause. Some more examples we will study. That he is a brave man. This is second example. That he is a brave man. That he is a brave man is admitted by everyone. Is admitted by everyone. So in this sentence, that he is a brave man, this is our noun clause. Getting? One more example I will give you. There is no meaning in what you say. So in this sentence, what you say, this is our noun clause. In first sentence, that I shall get the amount, this is noun clause. In second sentence, that he is a brave man, this is noun clause. And in third sentence, what you say, this is our noun clause. So noun clause can be, like as I told, it noun plays role of subject, role of object. So first we will discuss about like how it plays role of the subject. noun clause can be, first one, the subject of a verb, noun clause can be the subject of a verb. For example, what you told me was lie. What you told me was lie. So this part in this sentence, what you told me was lie. In this sentence, verb is was. Getting? Then this is verb, and for this verb, what you told me is playing role of subject. That's why this is our noun clause as well. Because noun clause can be the subject of a verb. Here we identified verb is was mentioned here, and what you told me is playing role of subject. So that's why that is our noun clause. Then how he could, one more example we will have. How he could get out of the difficulty. Get out of the difficulty was the question. So in this sentence, how he could get out of the difficulty, this is our noun clause, and again verb is was. So how he could get out of the difficulty is playing role of subject here. Getting? So next, noun clause can be object. We will have some examples of that. First we discussed about noun clause. It can be a subject of a verb. Now we will discuss, it may be, noun clause can be, second one, it can be the object of a transitive verb. It can be the object of a transitive verb. Now what is transitive and intransitive? You can watch the video of verb which was uploaded before some days. So here we can have some examples. First example is I earn whatever I can. Whatever I can. So this is our noun clause. Tell me, second example we can have, tell me why you said that. Why you said that. So in both the examples, earn and tell, these are transitive verbs. So for these transitive verbs, the group of words, whatever I can and why you said that. In first sentence, earn is transitive verb, and for this transitive verb, whatever I can, this is playing role of an object. That's why that is called noun clause. Noun clause, whatever I can. And second example, tell me. Tell is transitive verb, and why you said that. These group of words, they are playing role of an object. So that's why that is called noun clause. Third type of noun clause we will discuss. Noun clause can be, let us discuss third type. It can be complements also, like third. The complements of verbs. Complements of verbs. Noun clause can be the complements of verbs. Before that we discussed noun clause can be object of transitive verb. Before that noun clause can be subject of a verb. So here let me give you some examples. This is first example. This is where I am standing. This is where I am standing. This is where I am standing. So here verb is and where I am standing. This is complement for that verb. Second example, we will have the difficulty is. The difficulty is. This is a verb that I have lost it. That I have lost it. So in this sentence, that I have lost it, this is noun clause, and these words are used as a complement for verb is. This should be kept in mind. So next type of noun we will discuss. It can be, that is a fourth type, noun clause. It can be the object of prepositions. The object of prepositions. Here noun clause can play role of object of prepositions. Let me give you some examples how it can be. He made no complaint. First example, he made no complaint, isn't it? He made no complaint. He made no complaint except. He made no complaint except that he was tired. That he was tired. So that he was tired, this is our noun clause in the sentence. One more example, pay attention. One more example, pay attention. Pay attention to what you are doing. What you are doing. Pay attention to what you are doing, isn't it? He made no complaint except that he was tired. And second example I gave you, pay attention to what you are doing. So in the both sentences, that whatever the group of words that is there, it is a playing role of object for preposition. Object for preposition. And the last type of noun clause, orally only I will explain it, but because most of the time it is not asked. So noun clause can be the apposition for noun or pronoun. Your statement that you lost the money will not be credited. Getting? Let me give you some examples. Last type of noun clause. Last type of noun clause is like it may be apposition. That is fifth type. It may be playing role of apposition to nouns and pronouns. It may be apposition for nouns and pronouns. If nouns are used, then it is apposition for noun, and if pronoun is used in the sentence, it is apposition for pronoun. Example. First example, it is unfortunate. It is unfortunate that you were absent. That you were absent. So that you are absent, this is our noun clause, and this is These group of words is a apposition for that pronoun it. Another example, your statement. Another example I will give you. Your statement. Your statement that you lost. Your statement that you lost the money. That you lost the money will not be credited. Will not be credited. Will not be credited. In this sentence, that you lost the money. Your statement that you lost the money will not be credited. In this sentence, these words are apposition for this noun statement that you lost the money will not be credited. So here that you lost the money is noun clause. So friends, we have discussed today about adjective clause, how to identify adjective clause. After that we discussed about a noun clause, which are the roles of noun in a sentence, how the noun clause can be used. It can be used as a subject also, it can be used as an object also, it can be used as a complements also, and it can be used as a position for noun or pronoun also. So exercise will be sent to you in a PDF format. Then meanwhile we'll stop here. Thank you very much. Please stay indoors, stay safe. Thank you.